Hi guys, what's up, what's down, what's sideways? James here for day 97. So, funny story, day 96, so good. Day 96 was yesterday, and there's no video uploaded for it, but it was a good video, the content was amazing, you all loved it. No, I was talking about, so I started filming, I started talking about the different stages of chronic fatigue syndrome that we all go through. I got halfway through and my phone's memory filled up, and by the time I could clear it, it was better for me not to do the video. So it's day 97 and I will make day 96's video, but I thought today I'd actually talk about social interaction. I should most probably come up with some sort of better title, but social interaction. Social interaction can be hard sometimes. You know the stereotypical awkward kid in the movie scene or in the book, and it's not that they're not clever or intelligent, they just don't know how to interact. Necessarily read the person they're talking with, or know how to respond, or that kind of thing. Now that's just, some of us can be like that socially. We just don't know how to click with other members of the pack. But sometimes, like when you get chronic fatigue syndrome, regardless of whether or not you feel socially awkward or not, your brain sometimes can make it like holding a conversation just a challenge, you know. So it's like have you ever experienced that time when you're looking at someone and they're speaking the same language as you, and they say something and you're like, no, sorry, can you say it again? And they say it again, and you're trying really hard. It's the same language, the language you've spoken for your entire life. The words, like, it sounds familiar, but it sounds like it's in another language again. So, you know those moments? And they repeat it, and you may never get it. They may have to, like, completely reword it. Or you may get it after the third or fourth try. Well, it's those kind of feelings that you can get with the chronic fatigue syndrome. Like, I hear the sound, my brain's not processing it. Or responding can be like, sometimes it might seem like we're not really wanting to engage in a conversation or even engage in the social interaction. And it's not that, it's just the brain's not firing for the normal social cues, and talking's hard. Like, in those times, just your company, like, I don't know, you could read a book, watch a movie, go for a walk, you know, something that doesn't involve a lot of verbal play is easier for us to process and handle. It's not that we don't want to interact with you, it's just right now words is not our strong suit. And this doesn't matter whether or not you're a wordy person or a not wordy person. I'm a little bit of a wordy person. But I can get to the point sometimes where if I'm talking about a subject that I'm well versed in, either the business or coaching or martial arts, and I can't draw anything out, you know. Might be talking about how to increase profits in a business, and I know all the content. It's not like I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just there's no way for me right now to go from brain to word and speak, regardless of whether or not it's a topic that I'm very familiar with, that I'm very good with, that I'm known to be good at explaining and teaching and coaching and sharing with others. So even with a subject that I'm good at, I can have those moments where I'm like, blah, blah. So James, how would you handle this? Don't put Fez on the monkey. You know, it can be hard to express. And then you might also have your lower energy levels as well. So if I don't have, so when I say lower energy levels, I mean lower than they normally are. So if your brain's in that way and your energy's low, then it just becomes this giant black hole. And you're like, I really want to communicate with you. I really want to engage in a conversation with you. I'm not able to verbalize much of anything right now, other than maybe simple yes, no's, or really simple sentences or something like that. It is not that I do not want to engage with you, it's just you have unwittingly picked a task, or I have unwittingly picked a task that I am not able to really perform too well right now. You know, talking's important, but I'm having trouble engaging with that right now. So if you know someone with chronic fatigue syndrome, there are times you may experience like, oh, they just don't, you know, they're not interested in my company, or it might not be that. It just might be the words. You know, it's a small hole and there's a whole lot of words and they're trying to get out, and so nothing's coming out. It's not necessarily that they don't want to engage with you. It's just the activity of talking is not the activity that is best suited for there and then. You know, it might just be, do you want to watch a movie? Or do you want to just hang out and we can read books or play video games, or, you know, something that doesn't involve that level of verbal communication. They may just be tired and need a nap. You know, they may not want to spend time in your company. That's a whole different thing. I know personally there are times that I feel really awkward because I've engaged with someone, and it's not that I don't want to engage and interact with them. It's just my brain won't let me use the wordy thing that comes out of the mouth where you understand what I'm talking about. I can't get there, and I don't have a lot of energy as well. So usually I might offset that by thinking really hard and lining up my words and then getting them out. But that, you know, if the energy's low as well, I might not be able to do that. And if I get interrupted mid-sentence, sometimes that makes me cranky. I think less for the being interrupted and more for the fact that it sometimes takes me so long to line everything up in my head to get it out, and I've gotten out and it's on the track, the train is on the track and it's going. And I'm like, yes, if I can get to the end of it, I'm going to be able to get it all out. And then if someone interrupts, it's a complete derailment. It's not a redirection, it is a complete derailment of the train. And it's like a screeching, screaming pile-up in the head, and I can't get back to that. I might kind of be able to fumble along like, oh, what, and then maybe, but there's ever the chance that I'm actually not going to be able to get back on track and kind of stumble my way through again, or I might actually forget how I was going to finish it. And, you know, as opposed to this well thought out thing that I'm going to get across to you, you're going to get, yeah, you make sandwich with bread and things in the middle, you know. So social interactions can get really hard sometimes, and training your friends, well, first you've got to know within yourself, you know, do I want to be here or not? I was like, no, the activity of talking is not my thing. I actually want to engage in some sort of social interaction. So once you know yourself, then you can train your friends, like, hey guys, chronic fatigue syndrome. I understand you don't fully understand it. I don't myself, and I've got it. There are going to be times when I'm going to seem a little bit awkward and the word thing is not going to work. I do want to hang out. The task of talking is not my friend. I'm going to be the strong, silent type. I'm going to be the strong, silent one in the group. Yep. Okay. That's going to be my character for this evening. So I'm just happy sitting here. You guys want to talk about the latest Game of Thrones episode, as long as I've watched it? Or you want to blah, or you want to talk about you know, that sporting event we like, or you want to talk about the latest music that's happening, like, that's awesome. I'd love to listen. I may not even. You know, don't worry about me. You know, I want to be included. Try and include me. But if I, like, James, what's your favorite music right now? The one I listen to on YouTube, even that might be too big a sentence. Like, you know, hey James, what do you like listening to at the moment? Can I show you on my phone? Yes. So there's workarounds, and it gets really frustrating because it's like because there's that mental function that's not firing there as well. So social situations can be very awkward, and there are times when you're like, I really want to talk with you, but I can't word right now. And it's not because you're not interesting. I want to talk with you and I want to engage with you right now. I just can't word. And it's me, not you. So there have been times when I'll tell my friends, hey, I apologize if I'm, you know, not the most engaged, if I'm not, there's a thing I'll say, and they know that it's okay. James is just a little bit unable to do that. See, this is the thing. This is it. Right here. Oh, you can put me on a stage in front of hundreds, thousands, whatever. I don't care. I can take a martial art class where, like, there's hundreds of people. I got this. But this is what I'm talking about. Blech. So thank you very much for letting me share with you. Day 97. So cool. Coming up to the 100th episode. Day 97. Day 96 does exist. It's kind of half done. I will do it at some point. I'm going to feel weird if I post it as day 96. Maybe I'll do it as day 98. If you have any questions you'd like to share, introduce yourself, or comment, please do so below. I will reply. Unless you don't want me to, then you should tell me. And thank you very much for letting me share this. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and you guys have a good whatever time it is.